All right, guys. Japan turn 3. Um, I had 52 to spend, 3 on tack, 49 on 3 transports, 1 destroyer, 1 tank, 2 infantry, and 2 artillery. Those are my buys. And we'll just set them right up here for now. All right. So I've got a lot of little attacks to do. So, excuse me. All right. So I am going to attack. Well, I'm not even going to put them on there. Yeah, I could. All right. So I'm going to attack Quintup. I'm going to attack Cheswan. I'm going to attack Quinchao. I'm going to attack Quincy. I am going to attack Hong Kong. I am going to attack Borneo. I am going to attack Celebris. And I also going to attack Malaya. Alright, I'm also going to attack that transport. I am going to hit that destroyer. And I'm going to take the Carolinas back. Alright, so those are my attacks. So let's get down to it. Alright, so for the Carolina destroyer, I am going to bring in 1 tack, 2 tacks, and 1 fighter. Alright, and then I'm going to bring in a transport for 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to land an artillery and an infantry, and hopefully I get it. 1, 2. Bring in a fighter. It'll be 1, 2, 3. Not at war. So it'll be alright. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in yeah, I think be 2 2s versus a 2. I'm going to bring in the attack also. And he's going to land in Marianas. Alright, so he's going to have 2 left. So it'll be 1, 2, and he'll have 2 left. Alright. Next one. Alright. So I am going to 2, 3. Alright, so take one of my transports and he'll pick up 1 infantry from Shaswan. Alright. In fact, he'll pick up 2 infantry. Alright, and go 1, 2, 3. And he'll land on Celebris. Alright. And then transport will pick up 1 infantry and 1 artillery from Manchuria. Alright. And he's going to go 1, 2, 3. And he's going to land in Malaya. And they'll pick up the other transport. And he'll pick up an infantry and an artillery from Manchuria. And he'll go down to Malaya. All right. Okay. All right. This one transport is going to pick up 2 infantry, and he's going to go 1, 2, 3, and they're going to land in Borneo. Okay. All right. The sub is going to come over here and knock out that pesky transport. Okay. All right. Yep. All right. This transport is going to stay right where it's at. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take one guy, move it into Queen Chao. I'm going to take no, matter of fact, I'll just take all my guys into Quanta. Yep. That's a walk on. All right. I'm going to bring in 2 infantry into Szechuan with 1, 2, 3 a fighter and attack. All right. Okay. Oop. And we're going to walk one guy into Queen Chao. All right. I'm going to walk one guy into Quan Sun and artillery. And 3 guys are going to move into Hong Kong. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll be fine. All right. You know, actually, I'm only going to need to bring in one guy. The rest of them are going to put them up by Hokkien. Yeah. Just in case you decide to do anything. All right. We only need 1 infantry, 1 artillery there. All right. I'm going to bring this transport 1, 2, 3. This transport, I'm just going to bring it up to Okinawa. So it'll be up there. And I'll bring 1 infantry. I'll bring 2 infantry. And then I'm going to bring in 1, 2 tacks and 2 fighters. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and bring in a fighter over here too. And then I'm going to bring a fighter. One, 2, 3, 4. And he'll have 1 left. They'll go in the Marians with these 2 carriers. Bring another tack. Yeah. I think that'll be good. All right. Sorry, keep doing that. Over here, I am going to bring a bomber. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then he'll land in Hunan. And then I'll bring in one tack, 1, 2, 3, and they'll have 2 left. And a fighter will go 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, they'll have 1 left, which the aircraft carrier is going to come down to get them. So I'll be tacking Malaya. Okay. All right. And 1, 2. Might as well just bring in. Yeah, I'll bring in this other tack. Why not? And another fighter in the French Indochina, and they're all going to go back to. These guys will all go back to Fukien. Okay. And I'll have 1 fighter left there. All right, this bomber. Is just all I got. That's not combat. So, all right. So that looks like all my attacks. All right. So let's start down south. All right. Sub takes out your transport. All right. Celebreeze goes to the Japanese. Okay. Borneo will go to the Japanese. 2 infantry. All right. All right, Malaya. That's going to be it. You got 4 guys. One, 2, 3, 4, and then I have 2 infantry with 2 artillery. All right. I'm going to bring in 1 tack and 1 fighter. All right, and I'm going to bring in a bomber. Okay, so that'll be that battle. All right, let's see what happens. All right, there's some big hits. Got 3 hits. All right, your retaliation. 1 hit. All right, so you lose 3. All right. I lose 1 infantry. All right. Take 3. Take my bomber. And I take 1 of my guys. All right. So this is what I got. I got 2 hits. This is what you got. And you miss. All right. So infantry deleted. I take Malaya. Get rid of that. That goes to the Japanese. All right, with 2 artillery and an infantry. All right, the bomber came from Fukien, so it had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and he's going to land in Hainan. All right, use next time. Okay. All right, next one is North Indochina. You got 2 guys. All right. I have 2 unpaired infantry. All right. And I have 1, 2, 3 tacks and 3 fighters. 3 tacks, 3 fighters. All right. This one here, I need 2 hits. I got 3 hits, and you need nothing. You got 1 hit. All right, so I did get it. All right. Planes are going back to Fukien, so I'll just go ahead and land them. Okay. All right. This will go to the. Oh, I already got marked as the Japanese. These are gone. I got one left. All right. Quinsuck is a walk-on. All right. Hong Kong is a walk-on. Thank you very much. All right. All right. Quinn Chow is also a walk-on. Okay. Borneo was a walk-on. That one. All right. It was auto kill. That one was a walk-on. All right. Szechuan. Let's just put the dice here. All right. You have one dude. All right. I have two unpaired. And I have a fighter and a tack. All right. Okay. We can roll these together. All right. Got the two hits. Didn't even need the planes. And you got one. Brutal. This is just brutal. All right. You guys are going to go to Hopian. Okay. All right. Next one is I have a paired infantry, artillery. Actually, it's a walk-on. So I ain't worried about that. All right. Okay. All right. So this one's a walk-on. We got 3 infantry and an artillery. All right. Okay. And that will be Japanese. Wonder why that won't change. I must have done something. Let me see. All right. So, okay. All right. So this one will be Japanese. These planes will land in Hopian. All right. This one will be a walk-on. Japanese. All right. There we go. Figured it out. That's done. Oh, excuse me. Oh, man. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't mean to sneeze on you guys when I'm in the game. All right, let's move the dice over. We'll put them over here. We got the naval battle. This is all done. Why I'm thinking of it, the Strat bomber is going to move to Kansu, Shanghai. All right, so, all right, let's get the naval battle done first. All right, I got 2 tacks. I got 2 tacks and a fighter, so I'm going to do 2 tactical strikes on that destroyer. So let's see what happens. All right, got the destroyer, so it's dead. All right, so on the island, I'm going to have attack, a fighter, and infantry and artillery, and I'm going to do a tactical strike on your artillery. So let's see what happens. Missed it. All right, so this is my rolls. And I got it. And here's your rebuttal. If you got anything, you missed. All right, so this goes back to the Japanese. This goes bye-bye. All right. Okay. And all right, so I got an infantry and artillery there. All right. Okay. All right, I think I'm going to have to redo this. I think I brought in too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, I did. I brought in too many guys. Ah, dang it. All right, so these two were here, and this one was on this carrier. Okay, so this one was on this carrier, so it went 1, and then it will go 2, 3. It'll go ahead and land in the Marianas, so we'll be fine. These two carriers are going to go here. All right, and they're going to catch the planes on there. Fighter attack on each plane, and a fighter. All right, because I wanted to make sure I took that out. You know what I'm going to do? You know, I'm going to leave those carriers, aircraft carriers there. Why not? Can't do anything about it. You got 3 destroyers. Do they want to come on up and hit it? Go for it. Because I'll wind up, I'll just put my cruiser and I'll put a destroyer there. Yep. And I'll be sitting in the Carolinas. And since I'm not at war with the U.S., I can care less. Now, next turn might be a different story. All right, so got that. Move them. All right. This carrier is coming down here. Okay. Pick up the 2 planes. Fighter and attack. You defend those guys in case your sneaky fighter decides to do something. The others will go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. They can't land anywhere. Yep. All right. So those are protected. That's protected. That landed there. Didn't realize I could use the bombards too. All right. American fleet is going to go 1, 2. Going to move them up to P-22. All right. Except for 1 destroyer is going to sit down here with the carrier. Yep. Now I'll bring that destroyer up there. Okay. All right, that looks good. All right, I'm going to rail from Manchuria, mech and 2 infantry. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. 1, 2. Yep, to Shanxi. All right. So we'll be set there. This guy's dead. All right. That looks it. Okay. Don't have any more movement. Okay, this is okay. Huh. Is it like locked or something? There we go. All right. So that looks like it. Yeah, this fighter will be here in the Marianas. Yep. All right. So I'll go ahead and place my units. Transport going to Japan. Another transport going in Japan. You know what? I'm not going to rail these guys. I'm going to rail them 1, 2, to. I'll leave them in Manchuria. Yeah, I'm just going to leave them in Manchuria. I'll rail the mech though. 1, 2, 3. That'll be it. All right. All right. So this transport will go here. All right. Now I'm going to put 2 infantry in Japan. All right. I'm going to put a destroyer in Japan. 2. I'm going to put a tank in Pangsu. And an artillery up in Manchuria. Or 2 artillery up in Manchuria. Yes, that looks good. Okay. And then these 2 Coral Islands. Yeah, they'll stay there. Okay. That looks it. All right, deposition of troops. In the Coral Islands, I got 2 infantry. In Japan, I have 2 infantry, 3 AA. I have 2 destroyers and 2 transports. I hate when it keeps doing that. Manchuria, I have 2 artillery, 2 infantry. In Quinzhou, in Shanghai, I have a bomber. Matter of fact, I'll just move the bomber. It was here. I'm going to move it to Hopian. So it'll be there. All right. So in Shanghai, I have 1 tank. In P-Zone 22, I have 2 battleships, 1 cruiser, 2 destroyers, and 2 transports. Okay. In Hopian, I have a fighter, attack, strat bomber, 2 artillery, 2 infantry, Sichuan, 2 infantry. Quintar, I have an artillery, 3 infantry. Okay. Quinchao, I have an infantry. Kansu or Quinchang, I have an infantry. North Indochina, I have an infantry. Hong Kong, I have infantry artillery. P-39, I have a. Ooh, that would not be good. Yeah, it would not be good being by itself. One, 2. Should do something with it. Yeah, since these are going to be, well, he might hit that. But she'd be stupid to bring 3 destroyers. Try to sink some ships, though. Let me try that before that would happen. No naval base. Yeah, I'll leave a battleship and a destroyer. Now, know what? If I lose that transport, I lose it. Bomber is in Hennian. Do I or don't I? Avoid the target to go after it. No, I don't need it. All right, I'll leave it there. I got transport in 39. I got a bomber there on Hansi. Malaya, I have an infantry and 2 artillery. In PD-48, I have 2 transports, an aircraft carrier with a fighter and attack. In Borneo, I have 2 infantry. Celebreeze, I have 2 infantry. Transport in 47, transport in 46. Carolinas, I have an infantry and an artillery. In what is it, 36, I have 2 aircraft carriers with 2 fighters, 2 tacks. I have a cruiser and a destroyer. Cruiser and a destroyer. 2 3s against 2. 3, 4. Yep, that's what I have. Okay. That's it for the U.S. and the submarine up there in P5. All right, so I collect. I have 50 on the chart. Okay, I think I got everybody marked. Yep, I have 50 on the chart. I spent the 3 for tech, so. All right, and I have, what do I have? A 15 for not at war with the U.S., and I didn't attack the others. I do have Borneo. Okay. I do have Celebreeze. Let's see. Yep, Celebreeze. Celebreeze. That's it, basically. Okay, New Britain, Gilbert, White Island. Well, all right, so I'll get 21 in bonuses. 21 in bonuses. So that'll give me 71 for next turn. All right. Okay, I'm done. On to US and M.